Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today is Monday, which means it's time for an episode of Loadout, the series where you guys, the viewers, get to pick a gun and customization for me to use. The way you do this is you leave a comment on the Facebook post of this video, letting me know what kind of weapon and accessories you would like to see, and I will pick one of the top rated comments for the next episode. Today's top comment comes from the Russian Bear. He says, the Australian SWAT Force Loadout, UMP-45 or UMP-9, EOTech sight, laser/light combo, suppressor of any kind, ergo or angled grip. No gadgets to be used, defensive perks, flashbangs, and survival knife. And use the laser light combo to your advantage. Good luck and greetings from Australia and Mother Russia. Now, it takes quite a while to unlock the laser light combo, and the kit setup that I was using on my way to getting this loadout involved the tac light. I wasn't using a suppressor, and I was playing a lot of Operation Locker, just basically trying to farm kills, get as many kills with the UMP-45 so that I could play with this loadout. And I was actually really enjoying the UMP-45. It hits hard, and its biggest advantage is its amazing hipfire, which this loadout is going to take advantage of. Now, the greatest thing about the laser light combo, in my opinion, is that it starts off on a laser. So if you really do have an awesome hipfire weapon and you want to take advantage of that, then you can simply just use a laser light combo instead of a laser sight, which gives you the option for that flashlight in any situation. So once you get the laser light combo and you ever want to run a gun with a laser sight, you may as well use the laser light combo just for the versatility factor. So after you do a little bit of grinding on some infantry heavy close quarter maps, because that's where PDWs excel, you will eventually get the unlocks you need. And I've got the gun set up here properly with my blue tiger camo that you can get if you play around with shotguns enough. You get enough shotgun ribbons, you will unlock this very cool camo for your guns. And in this setup, I was loving the UMP-45. PDWs have been getting kind of a bad rap from the community because the sort of mindset is that PDWs are an engineer-specific weapon, but because carbines are available to anyone, that it just makes more sense for engineers to run with carbines because they're generally more versatile, more effective at range than PDWs, which is true. However, what they fail to realize is that PDWs are some of the best close quarter weapons in the game. Not only do they have some of the highest damage potential out of any of the guns, but they combine that with great hip fire. So without having to have that delay to aim down sights to engage somebody in extreme close quarters or medium to close range, you can just shoot from the hip and you get the leg up on your opponent. Combine that with higher damage per second, and you've got an extremely lethal gun in close quarters that a lot of people underestimate. And I had no problem just hip firing, laying waste to people, and topping the scoreboard pretty much most of the rounds that I was playing with the UMP-45. Now let's talk about what differentiates the UMP-45 from other guns, specifically the other PDWs. The biggest change with this gun is that it has, well, not change, but the biggest difference is that it has a 34 maximum damage per shot. No other PDW does that much damage per shot, meaning that this gun has a 3-shot kill in close quarters, which is the distance that you're going to be engaging most of your opponents. So you can just simply hip fire and 3-shot somebody incredibly fast. Now, because it does such high damage per shot, it can't have a crazy high rate of fire, otherwise the gun would just be way overpowered. So it has a 600 round per minute rate of fire, putting it on the low end for PDWs. However, its damage per second still retains a fairly high model, so you can compete with a lot of the other PDWs out there. But one of the big benefits of having a low rate of fire weapon with a high damage model is that your recoil is very easy to manage. The gun has a 0.2 pull left, 0.2 pull right, and a 0.4 vertical recoil, which might seem kind of average for most guns out there, but when you shoot very slow like this, you're only experiencing that recoil once per shot, so it becomes very easy to manage. So the the UMP-45 is doing massive damage with very little recoil. Then you combine the high damage per second with a low hip fire of 1, a fast reload of 1.85, and you've got a very, very good close quarter weapon. Then you throw on an ergo grip and a laser sight, or the laser light combo in this situation, and I was using the laser most of the time, and you've got a gun that can simply just laser beam people while moving. Now, when you put the suppressor on this weapon, it does slightly reduce your hipfire accuracy, but the two attachments like the ergo grip and the laser sight are actually going to counterbalance that, so you're still going to have very good hip fire. And the suppressor is a perfect marriage for the UMP-45 simply because the biggest downside of the suppressor is the lower bullet velocity. But because the UMP-45 has a stock bullet velocity of 320 meters per second, you're going to be getting very little penalty on this weapon for attaching a suppressor other than the hip fire. So really, I can find very little reason to use any other barrel attachment other than the suppressor on the UMP-45. It's already got pretty easy to control recoil, so you don't need to put any muzzle brake on there or compensator. And using a suppressor in close quarters is extremely important for staying off that mini-map. It allows you to get around stealthily, surprise your opponents, and that is going to be the name of the game when in any sort of close quarter engagement. Now, in medium range games, a game where it might be a little more vehicle intensive, you might not find as big of a use for the UMP-45 or PDWs in those situations, in which cases carbines will be the weapon of choice for the engineer. But in all other game modes or close quarter infantry maps or even vehicle maps where you expect to be engaging people in close quarters, PDWs and the UMP-45 is going to excel. You might notice that I'm cheating this loadout a little bit and I'm not using the flashbang grenades currently. I was trying it out for a while and I really just don't like the flashbang grenades too much. I love the concept of them, but I feel like the flash effect in this game isn't long enough to really justify using them, and I would much rather have an impact grenade or a mini grenade. I've just been having a lot of fun with those two grenade types. I think they're some of the best grenades out there, and I find it just very, very hard to justify running with flashbangs. So overall, I think the UMP-45 is an excellent gun, potentially one of the best PDWs in the game. You know, it all comes up to personal preference. There's a lot of really good PDWs, but the UMP-45 is versatile. It's got a great reload time, great damage per second, excellent hip fire. There's just so many things going for it right now that I'm just loving this gun. Try it out for yourselves. You won't be disappointed. Remember to leave your comments on the Facebook post of this video for the next episode of Loadout, letting me know what you would like me to run with. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.